We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington football team. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Next is Washington 7, Vikings nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
56 to mark.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down now, it's Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23.
Minnesota.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Ain't here like I ain't that savage.
Here we go, dude. Pass him. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Here we go. 45.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Check 15.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
36-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
From midfield now, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Cook, the ball.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
third down. Dalvin Cook. And some room to maneuver. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything.
To throw again on second down. Haskins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
for it. It's Wentz. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Again, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Haskins on 3rd down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down.
And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington football team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Past the 20, 10, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
Washington
had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll look to throw right away. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he puts it through.
Makes this Washington 7, Vikings 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Viking ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Again, this is Cook. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt to punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
There and a 1st down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Right back to him on 1st down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
33. The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. That's the end of the 1st quarter with this Washington 14, Vikings 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
On 1st down. It's Gibson, and he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Number 48.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
He was taken down by.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Cook. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Dalvin Cook.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
A gain of
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. They're not ready for this, man.
They run the counter with Cook. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
1 yard.
That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here's Haskins to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Watch the curve. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Come up the ball. Right there.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Haskins will throw. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Another carry.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Wentz's pass complete to Justin Jefferson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Wentz. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
The handoff.
And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Ball carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56 for Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
56 for Mike. 56 for Mike. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Vikings.
To throw is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Shotgun now for Wentz. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
Wins to throw again. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to number 9.
Adam Thielen. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, let's get some 57, 57. You gonna take 57, 57. You gonna take 56, the mark, boys, 56. Shut up.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
We got 4. We got 4. 45, 45, 45.
On second down, Love. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go, D, let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Switch.
On first down, here's Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On play action, Haskins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check, Mike,
handoff as they run the counter play. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock.
Washington 21, Vikings 12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll begin by running the option. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Sam Sloman for the PAT.
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes this Washington 28, Vikings 12.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz now to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Brought down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He was tackled. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.